All right, Math 87, Lesson 41, page 248. This is evaluating expressions and distributed property. Whenever it says to evaluate, that means you have a formula or an expression with letters, and we tell you what some of the letters are, and we put them in there, do the math, and see what it equals. So evaluate means to put the letters in and get an answer, okay? This is super easy to do. You say area, this says area equals length times width. This one down here says 2 times the length plus the width. This is area, this is perimeter. Now, but the thing is, it's really easy to say, well, it's 8 times 4, this is 32. But instead of doing just that, here's what I want you to start doing, okay? Please, beg you, whenever you see one of these kind of problems, what I want you to do is this. You're going to have A equals, wherever you see a letter, put parentheses. And there's a reason for this later on. If you'll learn this now, if you'll learn to do this and not just work it in your head, Stephen, because you're very good at working things in your head. But if you'll do this, you will avoid many problems in the future because these problems get much more complicated with powers and negative signs and division and all this stuff. And it's really easy to lose negative signs. So I would beg you to do this for me. Anytime you see this kind of thing, put this like this with nothing in it. And then put the stuff in because it's incredibly easy to lose things. It's very easy to do now. You look at it, you say, oh, that's 32. Just humor me on this. I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference. So we have 8 feet, 4 feet, and you multiply. 8 times 4 is 32. And don't forget that feet times feet is feet squared. That is feet times feet. The square doesn't go on here, it goes on here. And that's part of the answer. Same thing here. We have 2 times parentheses plus parentheses. Now, if one of these was a negative number, you can begin to see why this would make a difference. But it's not right now. 8 feet, 4 feet. So what we have is 2 times 8 plus 4 is 12 feet. 2 times 12 is 24 feet. And this is actually the formula for perimeter. This is the formula for area of a rectangle. Okay, so whenever you have evaluation, please, when you have this, put open parentheses. Take whatever you have and put it into the parentheses, then do the math. Take what you have and put open parentheses. I know it seems silly. Just work in my head. Please do this because add these together, then multiply. It will save you so much hassle in the future if you will do this now. I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference. Okay, so this is evaluation. Put the numbers in. Here's your formula. Here's what stuff equals. Here's your formula. Here's what stuff equals. Put these into here. Put these into here. Do the math. Do the math. Do the math. Get an answer, okay? Now, distributed property. Distributed property is something you need to learn. Like we had the community property, the associate property. This is one that you need to learn. You're going to use this for the rest of your math life. Very important. Very simple also. This says A times the quantity, B plus C, equals A times B plus A times C. It's called distributed property of multiplication over addition. Here's how it works. B plus C equals. You do a thing like this. You take A times B. A times B is A times B. Duh. This is a plus, so I put a plus here. If this was a minus, I'd put a minus there. And then you have A times C is A times C. What this is saying is this. If I had 3, 4 plus 5 equals, okay? And this is what they're going to do, Stephen, and this is how the answer has to look. It's not about a one-number answer on this. Listen to me. If you put a one-number answer down, you're wrong. It's not about the answer, it's about the process. The answer is following the process. I hope you're hearing me. because you're going to send me out a thing with an answer, and you're going to circle it, and that's all you're going to have, and I'm going to mark it wrong. So when you have this, it says show 2 ways to evaluate this using distributed property. I promise it's going to say that. Different numbers, but it's going to say it. Or it's going to say show the distributed property using A, B, and C, or X, Y, and Z. This is the distributed property. This is A, B, and C. X, Y, Z, doesn't matter. This is showing the distributed property. This is using it. Now, what they want you to do first is we're going to multiply A times B right here. 4 times 4 is 16. Yes? 4 times 5 is 20. Yeah, and it's plus. Do you see that? This, I'm getting to the answer. This is part of the answer. This has to be here. This and this. Over here, what we do is we work in the parentheses first. We have 4 times 9. Okay? 4 times 9 is 36. Right here, over here, nah, I kind of did this wrong. I'm going to back up just one step. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Kind of lost my mind here. Telling you to do it right, and I'm not. So what we have here is A times B. 4 times 4. This is A, this is B. Okay? Over here, plus, this is 4 times 5. This is A times C. This is A, this is B, this is C. Right here, 4 times 4 is 16, plus right here, because you do multiplication before addition, 4 times 5 is 20. 16 plus 20 is 36. This is 2 ways to evaluate, to show it. Okay, I'm going to do it again. So if it gives you some letters, numbers, if it says, show the distributed property using X, Y, and Z. X, Y, Z. So you go X times the quantity, Y plus Z, equals X times Y plus X times Z. This is the distributed property using X, Y, Z. Okay? And this is what they want. It has to be like this, Doc. Okay, so if we gave you like 2 times the quantity, 3 plus 4. Show 2 ways to evaluate this using the distributed property. The first thing you do is you go 2 times 3. 2 times 3 plus, let's just make this a minus. Minus 2 times 4. 2 times 4. All right? So that's the first step. This is using the distributed property, okay? Over here, we do the parentheses first. 2 times 3 take away 4 is -1. Equals. Over here, 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. Over here, 2 take away 1 is 1. Three minus 4. I did something wrong. 2 times 3. 2 times 4. 3 minus 4 is -1. 2 times -1 is... Oh, I'm sorry, because I lost my mind here. 2 times -1 is -2. My mind is gone. It's Monday. Give me a break, all right? Over here, 6 take away 8 is -2. All right? I'm sorry. Who knows, all right? So, Stephen, help me here. When it says illustrate how to solve this, evaluate using the distributed property, this is not the answer. If you just put -2 down, you're wrong. It has to have this and this. It has to have this and this, and then you get the answers. This is what's circled. This is the answer. You have to do this side and this side, then this side and this side, and then you get the answers. That's the answer, not just that. Be very careful here, okay?